Welcome back to another episode of ChaoticCorp Podcasts. Just watched episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett. Wow, this episode was really nice. Pretty much the whole episode was the Mando. Didn't get any of Boba in this episode at all. The only person that we really got was Fennec at the end. But pretty much, he pretty much just stole the whole show in this episode. It was really good. I really liked it. We first start off the episode with Mando doing a bounty, and I kind of thought that he would go back to doing bounty hunting after he gave Luke Skywalker Grogu at the end of season 2. I kind of figured that he would do that because what else is he gonna do? I mean, I don't think he wants to settle down like Boba was trying to do at first, before he had his eyes set on the being the daimyo of Tatooine.
Yeah.
But here he is back to doing.
It's just kind of like the obvious choice.
Yeah, exactly. So he's back to bounty hunting. Really cool fight scene in this. It looked like a standard butchering plant. If I'm gonna be honest with you, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing really Star Warsy about it, other than the little flashing lights on the doors. It was really cool. You could see his little silhouette behind these plastic drapes almost, and you immediately knew that it was him because of the Beskar spear behind him. So he walks through, and then all these workers are just doing their own thing, and he walks to the end of the I guess the building, and he's I don't really remember the name of the guy he was looking for. He was like, hey, I'm looking for this guy. Turns out it was the guy, I guess the big boss at that table that he was talking to, and he laid down this transponder kind of that showed a hologram.
Bounty puck, yeah.
Yeah. Of what his bounty was, and he was like, oh, that's you. And he was like, that ain't me, but it looked just like him. To be honest with you, whatever species that is, they all look the same. So there was a really cool fight scene. Of course, he was like, hey, I have no quarrel with any of you other people in here. If you want to leave now. Sort of like a Captain America style in the elevator. And then he immediately pulled out his Dark Saber, which was really nice. It kind of had he ignited it, and it kind of slowly ignited, it was.
He didn't immediately pull it out. He took some of them on, and then he started getting in a tight spot, and then finally pulled it out.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just a really cool fight for me.
I'm kind of surprised that. I mean, obviously, I know he didn't, hand it over to Bo-Katan because she didn't want it.
Well,
but I'm just surprised to see that he is actually using it in combat.
Yeah, I mean, I am a little bit too, but what are you gonna do? I mean, you have it, you might as well use it. You know what I mean?
Right. It's a tool.
Right.
It's at his disposal.
Right. So he was actually killing people with this thing. He chopped one dude in half, and especially his bounty.
He chopped his bounty in half.
Yeah, he chopped his bounty. No, he chopped another dude, along with the slab of meat, next to the guy. He chopped him and the meat, in half.
No, he just chopped the whole table. The dude was laying on a table. He just chopped the whole table in half.
Well, that, he kind of got into, a tight spot, and,
right.
was meleeing, and he grabbed the guy's knife, and stabbed him in the sternum, and I'm like, dude's dead. You ain't got to do any more. And he, I guess, out of rage, he took the Dark Saber and split him in half, and the table, and then you just kind of saw his silhouette, and I guess he chopped his head off and put it in a sack, and then you saw him retain the blade and then come out from those plastic drapes. And all the workers are there getting ready to battle him. And he's like, hey, you guys are free to do whatever you want to do. I got a bounty to do. If you want, there's some cash in there on the table. Go get it. And, of course, they all went and got the money and just forgot about him and just let him go do his job. But I noticed, did you notice how he cut his leg with that saber? That's like a fourth-degree burn. And dude's still walking on it. That hurts.
I mean, he was limping, but yeah, because, I mean, we've kind of seen it before with, you know, non-Force users not being able to like properly handle a lightsaber or anything like that sometimes. Just showing that, you know, he's, you know, not as experienced with it.
Right. I mean, you gotta give him credit for trying to use it, though. You know what I mean? Like he's learning a little bit about what it can do and his limits on it, and you know.
I mean, he's really lucky because I mean,
yeah, it could have been a whole lot worse.
Just even he could have just chopped his leg straight off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He would have need more like Beskar armor around his whole leg just to be able to shield him from it. Or does that thing cut through Beskar? No, I think she said Beskar cuts through Beskar.
No.
It would need to heat it up. Because I noticed...
Yeah, because you remember the last episode of Mando Season 2...
Yeah, it was starting to melt.
When he was fighting Moff... Yeah, it was... He could block it temporarily, but it would, you know, heat him up.
Right, yeah, eventually it would...
Actually, no, he did get hit later on. We'll get to that later.
Well, when Finn was fighting Captain Phasma, remember how she had the Beskar spear, which we later find out in the episode that I remember there was like tons of theories as to how Captain Phasma got the Beskar spear. That's not the same Beskar spear, because later we see in the episode the armorer, is that her name? Yeah, the armorer.
Yeah, she melted it.
Yeah, she melts it into a thing for Grogu. So there goes that. But you know, it still would have been pretty cool. But
that's what I was trying to wait. But
oh yeah. No, you're all good.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was when they were fighting. Because remember when Finn had the lightsaber at the time, was the Beskar spear, was it melting a little bit, or is just the Dark Saber a whole lot more powerful than a regular?
I think that the Dark Saber is a whole lot more powerful, because you think about like which episode of Mando was it that he fought Ahsoka? You know, he was just deflecting her lightsabers with his
spear.
He didn't even have the spear. That was the episode he got the spear.
Oh yeah, but
he was just reflecting her lightsabers with the arm guards.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was a good episode. So anyways, you know, he leaves wherever he's at. We see this like giant like Halo ring almost, but it's not like complete. But I instantly got like Halo vibes from it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, yeah, that's just agreeing with you.
Yeah, I think part of me thinks that maybe that's where like some of the new Republic like base is. I could be wrong, unless they're just like on Coruscant, like the good old days. I don't know. I really haven't seen a lot about Coruscant, except or wait, did Coruscant blow up in Episode 7? Or no? You know what I'm talking about, right?
It did. It did.
It did?
No.
No, it did not.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was about to say.
You gotta start with podcast.
Listen here. No, because I remember Kylo Ren using, or I guess putting out the order for the new Star Destroyer base or whatever it was.
Star Killer.
Star Killer. There it is. Yeah, I knew what I said wasn't right. And I knew that they were targeting primarily the New Republic planets. So I wasn't totally certain whether one of them was Coruscant
I think Coruscant's still around, I think.
Yeah, I think
we hadn't seen it in a while.
I think what they blew up was like little moons. Like little moons with bases.
Honestly, I can't remember what they blew up.
They blew up like 4 or 5 little moons, I think.
Yeah, there was like they hit like 4 or 5 different things, I remember. Because the beam like split off.
Right.
God, I hope they blew up Endor. Fucking Ewoks die.
Oh man, they
burn.
Just all burned up.
Yes.
Anyway, so back
this is an Ewok hate channel.
This is an Ewok hate podcast.
Anyways, I'm gonna dedicate the next hour to describing how much I hate Ewoks. Everyone else just shut up.
That's
No, I mean that's just the start of it. I can go on for about 5.
Referencing the Halloween video where you're screaming in the very intro.
referencing every single Star Wars Battlefront 2 video with Chris in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
honestly, I think
Oh, he's up.
I don't think there's a Battlefront 2 video we have that doesn't have me screaming about an Ewok. I think that's just like a staple for the Battlefront 2 videos.
Yeah.
It's just me
Yeah.
screaming
really
hate
is.
at an Ewok.
Yeah, at least everyone that you're in, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's on the Halo ring, and well, I'm just gonna call it that because I really don't know what else to call it. I don't think they really gave us a name.
Oh,
for
it doesn't have a name, so
Right.
or we don't have a name for it yet. I don't think.
So, I really like the cinematography of this episode so far. Like in the beginning, even when he's on the Halo ring and he gets up to the elevator, and then you just see like all these millions of little things going on in the background, and it's like focusing on a bunch of different things. He's like holding the head of his bounty as it's just like dripping blood. And he throws it on this table to, I guess, the bounty giver, and they were kind of like, hey, I want you to have dinner with us. And he's like, nah, I'm just here for my bounty. I need that info. And they kept on insisting, and while that whole thing is going on, the camera kind of pans around the room and just keeps eye contact on Mando while it's doing it, and then it doesn't like cut scenes or anything. It just like stays on him, and like even as he like, gets into the elevator to go back down to the ferry to go to another world. I don't know. I thought that was a really nice cinematography. The cinematography in that scene was really nice. So I remember I was asking Tristan. I was like, "Where's the Razor Crest?" And then I forgot that it blew up in season 2.
Yeah, and did you forget about that one?
Well, I did at first, and then it quickly hit me, and then I instantly thought, I was like, you know what? I wonder what like those Lego sets where you actually get to build the Razor Crest. I'm thinking like if you had one of those sets like not built yet, I can guarantee you that their value like went up. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah.
There was that.
I mean, you can. I think you can still get them.
Oh no, you can, but I think they're like a lot more than what they would be. Than what they would.
They're 129, I think.
Oh Lord. Because there was that one set from season 1 where they destroyed the chicken walker on that planet. That the right after Mando had obtained Grogu, he went to that one random planet with the
with the Raider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
ATST Raider thing.
Yeah. That whole set, the Lego set with that girl that Disney let go because she was saying something.
Gina Carano.
Yeah, she was saying something.
She was comparing
basically
vaccine mandates to the Holocaust.
Yeah.
What was she saying?
She was comparing vaccine mandates to the Holocaust.
Oh, that's
like if you're like being Republican in America today is the same as being a Jewish person in Nazi Germany back then.
Oh, geez, I thought it was something not as worse as that.
No, it was pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. I thought it had something to do with race. That's pretty bad.
I mean, that's not any better.
No, it's not any better.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. No, but I remember people were like going crazy because as soon as they let her go, those Lego sets instantly went up like 5 times in value. Especially even like her little minifig. You know, because people pay a lot of money for those like minifigs. So like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like.
No, well, I think that was before too. Yeah, because I'm on Lego's website right now. That set is actually on sale, but it's sold out right now for $40. It's normally $50.
Oh.
But I'm sure like the secondhand market.
Oh yeah, like
is probably
yeah.
up. But I think that's also before they came out with the light cruiser set because that has her minifigure in it as well.
Is that the one where they're escaping from that
No, that's the Moff Gideon's light cruiser.
Oh, okay. So still season
Basically,
1.
the final episode.
Okay. Oh, I didn't
Kinda
know they had that
based off
set.
that.
Sucks. I would've
No,
got
yeah,
that.
they do. Because it's got that. It's
Does it
got
have the Dark
her.
Saber?
Yeah,
Oh,
it does. It has
sure.
Moff Gideon and a Dark Saber.
I don't know any other Lego set that has a Dark
It's got
Saber.
it's got one of the Death Troopers. It's got Mando with the spear, and it's got Fennec as well.
That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. So anyways, he gets on this ferry and he goes back to Tatooine. And I know, Tristan, what was your comment that you made on that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, why is there a bus? Like I called it a bus. Like
Space
I don't
bus.
know why. Space bus.
Yeah,
I don't know
you
why
basically
you
saying
take,
who's
you take a
willingly.
space bus to go into a shithole.
Right.
I mean, buses go into Detroit.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but like,
Holy crap. Lord.
but like
This
it
is
was
New
a
York
nice.
City.
It was a nice space bus. It wasn't like you could carry your weapons onto the space bus.
It looked like...
Yeah, that was another
No.
thing. Was
you-
the whole him disarming?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
See, like I understood disarming to go into maybe not for his character, but like for the
The public.
guidelines of the space buses to say, hey, please don't be armed. But you're going to Tatooine,
That's true, where they could just
You're
stick you
going-
up as soon as you get out.
right? That's realistically, I don't think you're going to be on a nice space bus to Tatooine.
Right.
I think you're going to be in a rusty
No.
piece of shit, and they're just going to be like, you can carry an RPG onto there, and they would not care.
Sounds about right.
But
Detroit.
that's just me.
Tatooine is basically just Detroit for Star
Detroit.
Wars.
Jeez.
Pretty much.
Detroit, but with 2 sons. So
I think are we skipping over the whole Mandalorian covert scene? I think we just did.
Oh, did we? Oh, you know what we did?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Because that was the information
Yeah.
he was
Why don't
trying to get. Was
Yeah.
like how to get down to the lower levels.
Why don't you run us through that, Chris?
So basically after the whole him throwing the bounty head on that table and everything, he's trying to get down to the lower levels of the ring. And you see him turn on his visor and he starts following symbols. Well, he finds the Mythosaur skull
Yeah,
symbol?
I believe that's. Is that what that
Yeah.
is? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
And finds the armorer there, and they've started their own little covert on this planet.
They started up a Culver's, Space Culver's.
It's a cult. They
it's-
started a cult.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
literally, you get to see the armorer just kind of
Yeah.
like meditating, and then I remember,
Also the heavy, guy.
Paz
which I thought he
Vizsla.
died.
No, I remember him in the very end. I know for a fact that he actually survived.
That's right.
The saddest thing is when the armorer said there are 3 of us now, and I'm like, well, shit. And we see a whole scene of her talking about how they basically destroyed Mandalore.
Oh yeah, the Empire just completely just glassed Mandalore.
Yeah, like
More
Halo
so than it
style.
already was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Halo
They kind of
style
did
blasted.
themselves with. Yeah, the Mandalorians kind of just did that themselves first, but yeah, still.
There was that big like dome.
That was the capital, wasn't it? That was
I'm
Sindari.
pretty sure that was the capital. Yeah, I
They
don't know
just
if there were other
fucking
domes.
nuked that thing.
Yeah, because if you remember from season 7 of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, we got to see like a better view of said dome during that whole landing scene where a couple of the Death Watch that were, or I guess at that moment they weren't Death Watch. You know, it was
They were,
Bo-Katan and her group, and they were helping the New Republic, or just the Galactic Republic, and trying to.
About to say New Republic.
Yeah, sorry. They were, trying to take. They were really going after Maul, I think, because
Right.
Yeah, so and to take down Death Watch. So yeah, we got a little bit of a better look, but they just totally destroyed. They nuked that whole thing, and it was
But anyway, yeah, they were talking about that. Oh yeah, the armor was talking about asking Din about the Beskar spear, and she was saying, how something like that can pierce Beskar armor, and it shouldn't be, it shouldn't exist, basically, because,
Right.
the Beskar should be used for defense. So she, told him, like, give it to me. I mean, melt it.
Right. And they were probably
And
gonna
then,
make a little armor for a foundling,
he was-
and then he was like a specific foundling. And you just knew it was Grogu. Because he actually said it was Grogu
Right.
for Grogu.
Yeah, because she was like, but he's not a foundling anymore. You returned him to his kind. He was like, do it anyway.
And of course she
Pretty
obliged,
much.
Right.
Yeah. I really wonder what it is. I feel like it's just some kind of little necklace.
I think it is a
It looked
necklace.
like she was making some kind of mail.
That's also true. That did look
Yeah.
like mail links.
I thought.
Which honestly, a Beskar mail. I don't know. I don't know how well that work out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe a bullet could still get through that. It depends on how closed in they make the holes. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, mail is more for defending
Slashing.
against like slashing attacks, which I mean would
Like a
probably work pretty
lightsaber?
well for, yeah, especially man on a Beskar, work pretty well against lightsabers.
Right.
It's probably not going to stop a blaster bolt or
No, I don't think
well,
so.
we've never seen those, the slug throwers, basically just the guns.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it only exists in Legend.
It only exists. Oh, that was the other thing. Yeah, was the when the armor was talking about mythosaurs
Yeah, the mythosaur.
and like how those only exist in Legends now. Basically, just taking a stab at the whole Disney canon stuff.
That's funny. So, I heard a theory that someone was saying in like season 3, or maybe even like season 4, that he'll try and like actually go down to said the mines, because the armorer said that they were the mythosaurs were in the mines of.
No, that's a different thing.
No.
That's a different thing. No,
No,
she said the mythosaurs were pretty much, I think, gone.
I thought you said that they were in the mines of.
No, they're not. That's a different thing.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
That's what we're getting to. That's kind of what we're getting to. Is like her training him with the Dark Saber. She explained, the full backstory to him, and where Paz Vizsla challenged him for it.
Side note: Paz Vizsla's probably 5th great grandfather or somewhere along the lines actually made the Dark
Yeah, that
Saber.
was, what was his name? Tar Vizsla
Yeah, it's
was the Mandalorian Jedi.
I actually knew that. I was really proud of myself for that. I actually knew that before they even mentioned it in this episode.
Yeah.
And then if you remember previously,
Well, that was. I mean, that's been explained countless
has it?
times. That was explained in Rebels.
Oh, see, I didn't finish Rebels. Neither
Yeah,
did
oh,
Twisted, I don't
okay.
think. Shut up. I can't get through that.
Doesn't even watch
I
Star
can't.
Wars.
I can't get through season 1. Okay, or at least the first half of season 1.
Yeah, honestly, I started it in season 2 and then went back.
Man, I mean, I heard that the second half of season 1 was really really good, but anyways,
It got better, but
I heard it got better.
I
but,
just
but yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. No, keep going, Chris.
But yeah, I did think it was kind of a shock to me that heavy infantry guy turned out to be, of the House Vizsla. Yeah, basically, I mean, Paz just told him, was like, if you can't wield that Dark Saber,
It belongs to
then
me.
it belongs to me because
Belongs to
he
the
is
museum.
of House Vizsla.
Right.
I mean, yeah, he has a blood claim to it being of House Vizsla.
But even he couldn't wield it.
Right, yeah, he had a worse time trying to use it when he got it. He had a worse time trying to use it than Mando did. You saw him; it was physically just weighing him down. He could barely
Yeah,
wield it. But
that's the thing in canon. So you guys know how much swords are supposed to weigh, and not like replica swords, Tristan, like actual swords.
I have
Stop,
actual
yeah,
swords.
yeah,
stop
like
coming
stuff like
after him.
broadswords.
Yeah, shut up, Tristan.
Yeah,
Anyway,
stuff like actual broadswords and like claymores.
Oh
Those
yeah,
things are
dude.
heavy.
Those claymores, especially.
at most they weigh like 3 or 4 pounds. Canonically, lightsabers can weigh up to 10 to 15 pounds. Just a hit, and that's just in the hilt alone. So it is.
It's weird that it would create more mass when the saber comes out.
I mean, 15 pounds is a lot to be swinging around like that,
Oh
Jordan.
yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying like, I thought you were gonna say that when the saber would come out, it would create more weight.
Oh no, it doesn't. It's made out of plasma. It's made out of gas.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but they fight, and then it ends up that Paz Vizsla knocks the saber out of Din's hand, and then takes it, tries using it, and he struggles even more than Din Djarin did. But eventually, Din Djarin subdues him and actually has like a knife to his neck.
Oh yeah, that was.
And
great.
then the armor stops him and is like, "All right, that's enough.
That's enough
done.
messing around, kids."
That's enough. Don't kill him." But
Yeah, like
then she goes through the whole thing of, have you ever? She asks Paz Vizsla's like, have you ever removed your helmet? No. Has your helmet ever been removed by others? No. This is the way. And then she asked Din the same question.
and he just paused.
Well,
and he
yeah,
didn't
he's
answer.
oh,
And then
he's
and
just
then
thinking,
Paz just
"Oh, no."
slowly looks at him and he's like, "You motherfucker." It's
then
like-
Din finds like, "Yep." He says yes.
yeah.
And so and he starts asking, what can I do to redeem myself, whatever. And then that's when the armor mentions, what was it, like the only way you can be redeemed is the waters of the whatever mines
yeah, the waters
on
from the
Mandalore.
mines of Mandalore. Yeah, I
And
thought it was the. Yeah.
So I feel like, because she said, because they follow that, very strict sect of Mandalorian culture where, can't remove your helmet. And she's like, you are no longer a true Mandalorian. And I believe I think he still believes that as well.
Yeah.
But
it's weird. Like he never really was because he's a foundling.
right.
But at the same time, I mean, it's just the creed now because I feel like.
They can't really be too picky anymore.
Yeah, I feel like really the only blood Mandalorian would be Paz at this point. Maybe even the armor,
pretty much.
I don't know.
I feel like, probably the armor is, but we don't know a whole lot about her, so.
Right.
Because I feel,
She could not.
really, the only Mandalorians we know about that are, alive at this time is Din, the armor,
There's Bo-Katan.
Paz.
I totally forgot.
Bo-Katan, I'm sure she's still running around somewhere, but
she's definitely. I mean,
Being
God, I
in
hope-
Grogu.
yeah.
I hope we don't see her.
And those other two, I think they're okay. So technically,
I think-
there's like 4 blood Mandalorians, and the 5th would be the armorer, but we truly don't really even know
Yeah.
that. So
And technically,
Don't say Boba.
if you,
I knew you were gonna say that.
Shut up, Jordan.
Shut up. girl.
he's he's got the armor and everything, and he is an exact clone of Jango,
You know what would be
which
funny? It's like the only way to rebuild Mandalore is just to start making clones again.
oh
it.
no,
Do it.
just
200,000 troops.
honestly, if we were to clone anybody, just go ahead and clone Paz.
Yeah, you're
you see
right.
how
Yeah,
big
dude's
it
big,
is,
too.
he
Yeah.
can get results.
Or
That man will get results. That is a unit.
yeah. Which is also really weird, like the fact that he couldn't even wield it. The
Yeah,
Dark Saber, too. I pointed that out. To Tristan.
I feel like it's the whole thing of it being you have to be like emotionally
Where you have to
like
be worthy,
ready to use that. Yeah,
like a Thor thing.
pretty much.
Yeah.
There was a whole thing about that in Rebels, but I guess you didn't get to that
No, I
either.
didn't.
They
Yeah,
with
also
Sabine.
they also had a thing with well, it's just like with like regular lightsabers. They did that with episode like the new trilogy, whereas Rey was like struggling with the Force.
Oh,
It
yeah.
seemed like it's and it also Kylo Ren too, but it seemed like their lightsabers were a lot heavier than they should be. And then
Oh,
like
yeah.
towards the end of it, when they were kind of more
Yeah,
well
'cause-
immersed
Yeah, they're
into the
just-
Force, and Kylo Ren stopped struggling and went to the light, and then Rey just just whatever, and then their lightsabers just weren't as heavy anymore.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was just
because I mean,
swinging
like
his
you
shit
remember,
around.
like Kylo Ren's, like how unstable it was, like that
Right.
his crackling blade. That's because it was
It was his
you know
crystal.
unstable. Yeah, it was his
I
crystal.
think he had to bleed it himself.
So
Yeah,
I've read the comics, and I can tell you guys exactly what happened.
Yeah, he was just swinging his shit around.
Uh,
Literally.
Not exactly.
what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean, Crash?
So basically,
Elaborate further.
when he was trying to bleed his crystal.
No, I was talking about his technique and his swing
Oh,
with
no.
his lightsaber. But what are you going on about?
When he was trying to bleed his crystal, it didn't really work out that well for him. And I guess he was very conflicted in his feelings. Like he wasn't 100% into, completely joining the dark side.
Right, okay.
And so when he went to bleed his crystal, it failed, and like it started fighting back because I guess it knew that like, hey, what are you doing? And that's why the crystal cracked it cracked actually when he was trying to bleed it.
I think I...
So then that's why his blade's just really crackly like that.
Yeah.
I think that's also the reason for the two things out of the side is just to release more energy
That's-
to
Yeah,
stabilize it.
They
Someone say vent. Hold on.
apparently they have sabers like that in the High Republic too. So whatever that is about, I don't know if it's just for.
But those
design
are
or not.
actual cross guards.
Oh,
could be
okay.
either
Those are
one.
literally just cross guards.
It could be either one because there are sabers and cross guards, and there are sabers that. And we're in this Kylo's red saber.
Okay.
Very nice. I think I saw something about that comic. If that's not the same comic that I'm thinking about, then I don't know. But where the Knights of Ren actually like tried to persuade him, or maybe it was Snoke was like pretending to be his friend. I think. I'm pretty sure this was all in that comic. I don't know if it was the same thing that you.
It
were
was.
reading.
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
Snoke kind of like tempted him.
Was that a good comic? Was that a good read?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't that long either. It was pretty good.
What was it? What was the name?
I think it's just called Kylo Ren.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I might be mistaken.
Okay.
Anyways, back to the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian episode in the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
The
So where did we
Mandalorian
leave off?
I think you left off where she straight up just said you are no longer a Mandalorian.
Yeah,
then
and
you
then
just kinda
sent him
left.
to the sent him to the mines. Gave him the little. Well, no, she gave him the little thing for Grogu earlier.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and then
yeah,
that's
that's
when he
when-
gets on the ferry.
yeah, that's when get on the shuttle, and then you have the whole thing about disarming.
Yeah.
Was still, that was pretty funny. Him like getting all the darts out and
Yeah. Imagine
undoing
having to put all that shit back, like especially the
Yeah.
little darts.
like honestly, why did he do that? He could have just taken both of his like arm guards off, put them in there, and then just
I
put
feel
them back on.
I don't know. I feel like they're put on a certain way that it would have been hard
Yeah,
to put
probably.
back on probably. Because all he
True.
had to do was just press a button and then just aim downward, and they all just kind of fell out. So it's just kind of like reloading a gun.
But then like him reloading like his grapple line.
Oh yeah, that was that's gonna be annoying. What was I gonna say?
But-
In the previous episode, when they were on Tatooine, when Boba went to go collect the money from the Pikes, we saw a glimpse of that girl with the robots, the mechanic, on Tatooine.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I think Tristan said he didn't notice. I noticed immediately. So we saw her again, and the reason why he's seeing Mando's seeing her again is because he's in need of a ship.
Oh, you're talking about Pelimoto.
What's her name?
Pelimoto?
Okay.
Is that man with the? You know what? No,
No, I'm talking about the
no.
woman. The
No,
woman,
I
the
was
mechanic.
gonna do the Man with the Star Wars podcast
Yeah.
again, but
No, you.
Man with Star Wars podcast.
Yeah. Garage, you want
But-
to say it too?
Yeah, I remember the Star Wars podcast.
There you go.
Anyways,
But
It's
anyways,
actually
Yeah,
Star Wars podcast.
so yeah, I guess she had sent him a message that she had a new ship for him.
oh, I didn't hear that. I just thought he.
Oh,
went
you
to
didn't
go
pick up
visit
on
her.
that?
No, I
Yeah.
thought he just wanted to go visit her because he was like, "Hey, I need a new ship, and I know."
No,
Yeah, you
he
can help
he had
me
like
out.
asked her.
So yeah, he goes to see her and hopefully to either get a new ship or build a new ship. He technically kind of did both. She's
Yeah,
like,
they-
hey, she's like, "Hey, I got a new thing." Turns out, there's a ship under this tarp, and she removes the tarp, and it's revealed to be a Naboo.
N1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then once-
starfighter. Is that what you call it? A starfighter?
Yeah.
Yes, the N1 Starfighter.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, and
Nostalgia.
at first, like he didn't want it, and then he changed his mind. Star Wars Ruined Part 17.
Okay, Courage. He made it really look nice, though. He, of course, he fixed it up, modded it up, and everything. Made it nice and shiny, just like the Razor Crest, pretty much the same color.
I mean, yeah, just all kind of silver basically.
He just took off the paint, is what he did. Just
Yeah, I mean, there was little bits of it left I could
Yeah.
see, but yeah,
But,
basically
it-
took all of it.
Yeah, but it still looked really nice. So we fixed it up, and then he test drove it. And that thing can really move. That thing is really
Yeah.
fast. When she said that he would be the fastest person in like the outer rim or the mid rim, I can't remember which rim. She wasn't lying.
All the
Call it
rims.
mid
All the
rim
rims.
because
Because everything in
everything
it is mid.
Mid.
Tatooine. I don't know.
Oh wait, no, Tatooine's in the outer rim, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the outer rim.
Well.
I think mid rim.
It's just mid.
I think the inner rim is actually where Coruscant is. So
Yeah, Coruscant's
Yeah.
mid rim, or not mid rim, inner rim.
right, it's very.
But
confusing
anyway.
sometimes, but
Yeah,
so
and then we
go ahead.
get him, just flying it around, flying it low, and then he finally takes it up into space.
Or wait, real quick, he goes through that
And-
pod racing course.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, he flying back through the pod racing course. Yeah, almost forgot about that.
There was a scene, somewhere in there. I missed it, but I saw someone else had posted it, so I had a couple stuff spoiled for me for this episode. But there was a scene
Yeah.
where he went past the ramp that Anakin went over with his pod racer, and where he crashed through the gate. If you remember.
Yeah, I
and
did notice that.
And like the debris was still there from when he crashed through it. I thought that
Yeah,
was kind of cool.
I feel like everyone started posting about it as soon as this
Oh,
episode
yeah.
came out, so it was kind of hard to avoid stuff.
Oh yeah, they definitely did. Because I definitely got a bunch of stuff spoiled, so I was like, yeah, we need to catch up on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he actually flies it at like a 90-degree angle straight up into space, and it's still going like as fast as it was on the surface of Tatooine, and he's just kind of flying it around the ferry.
The shuttle, he
the
flew it
shuttle.
around the shuttle he came in on.
Right, and it was very dangerous, and then he caught the attention of the New Republic police. It's kind of funny. And Tristan, you were like, yeah, they're going to ask him for his license and registration.
I mean, yeah, they basically
technically
taught him
did,
to,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Um,
and of course he was driving, I think, without, like, tags or something.
yeah, he didn't have, like, the whatever code,
Yeah.
updated or whatever. It's like something didn't match, like, the engine model or something. He's like, yeah,
Well, they
we
did
just
mod it. Yeah.
we just built this thing. He basically just said, we just built this thing, taking it for a test drive. I haven't updated the registration or something.
Yeah, she
And
literally
they're like-
said that it would fly under radar. So that's basically what it.
Oh
did.
yeah, she said it was like off radar because it was
Wait,
Yeah.
how is
Empire.
the
Empire.
how is
Pre-
the radar in
pre-Empire.
space?
What garage?
How is there radar in space?
I don't. It's something about like the codes or whatever.
Yeah.
Each
Or
one
it's-
has
it's
like a
kinda-
code.
The Razor Crest was also like that.
Yeah,
Where it
that's
was, like,
cool, but
pre-Republic.
again, how is there radar in space?
It's not radar exactly, Courage, but it's something like
Like,
it.
I
Shut
Why
up.
would
think
they
each-
lie?
I think each ship has like a ping to it because they literally said, "Hey, can
It
you
has
just ping
like
me?"
some. Yeah, it has like a certain like signature or ping to it where it can be identified immediately.
Right.
But
Kind of
like
like a
that
barcode
one,
almost. I feel like.
yeah, that one and like it's like a serial number basically.
I don't feel like they haven't really gone into detail on how that works.
Yeah,
Maybe they should.
it's not really.
I mean, I feel like people have a
Anyways.
pretty good idea about it, but yeah. Anyways, so it was the same. One of the pilots was the same guy from like episode 2 or 3 of season 2, Mando.
The
Mandalorian.
yes,
Yeah, the bigger.
yeah, where he was taking
bigger guy.
Frog Lady
Yeah, it was the bigger.
guy with the beard. Yeah,
Which was
but yeah, they were like
cool.
basically after Mando said like we just built this thing, test driving it. I'll get that all fixed up. It's like, oh yeah, we'll just we can let you off with a warning, all that stuff.
And then he was like,
And
"You
the
kinda
other
sound
guy says-
familiar."
He's like, your voice sounds familiar. Did you happen to drive a Razor Crest gunship?
It's like,
Mando
"You?"
just, I think you got
Yeah,
the wrong
man.
guy.
Did you happen to drive a 1993 Honda Space Honda?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
space-
honestly.
Honda?
I don't know how he
He's
didn't
like,
just
and then he
look
said
over.
something about like, we heard something about you being involved with, something with Moff Gideon's light cruiser.
They didn't really say his name, but they said something
Yeah,
about
they said, like,
Empire.
Empire
spaceships or
remnants.
Something.
And that's when Mando just hits the juice.
I like how he looked over. He was like, "Oh, it's you." I don't know how they didn't just look over because they have windows, So I don't know why.
Yeah,
they
I mean,
just look over.
they're
It's
just
like, "Oh, it's
chilling
Mando."
by each other.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're
Yeah, you see
I
him
can
just
see
like
ya.
pop the cover on that switch.
right, and he doesn't even do hyper
Yeah, he's-
speed or hyper.
He's just like,
yeah,
he wants.
bolts
We
it.
want to ask you a few questions. He just pushes that button, just jams it, and just
Yeah,
gone.
and
He
then
kicked in.
yeah, and then he was just like, "All right, are we reporting this? Like, there's no way we can catch up to him." But it's like, "Hey, are we reporting this?" He's like, "You want to go back
How
and
did-
do all the paperwork?" And I know Tristan, you said you had like an issue with that they're basically like literally a joke of a police force.
Yeah, I watched this like it was like a film theory video saying how bad
This man's
the,
watching film theory.
I do.
Huh?
Saying how bad the New Republic is at like their just government structure and all that.
I feel like by then they were
they're
still
not well structured.
they were still like kind of forming it.
Of course, that whole but it's still like I don't know.
I feel like it had been around for like 5 years. Because what did we say? He was with the Tuscans for 5 years, but what were someone said something there was like another like 4 years. Was he in the Sarlacc pit for 4 years? Is that what you were
No,
saying?
No, he got out
He
of
was
the
in there for
Starlight
maybe a
Pit
few hours.
shortly after he
okay,
got
okay.
swallowed.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's-
told you he would not survive if he just chilled there.
Yeah, because we saw it deteriorating that stormtrooper
Yeah.
armor.
I would. I'm just built different.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying like because if it's Beskar, whatever, it won't go through.
The interesting
I'm talking
fact about
starvation and shit.
Boba Fett's armor, it's not actually pure Beskar. Like
I didn't
Din
think it was
Djarin is.
Beskar.
I didn't think it was pure
is-
Beskar.
It's not. Well, yeah, it's Durasteel, which is the stuff they make starfighters and big capital ships out of.
Oh, nice.
And alloy with Beskar.
Nice. Little Star Wars fact. People with the Star Wars podcast. Giving you Star Wars facts.
From the Star Wars podcast.
On the Star Wars podcast. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I forgot to mention the little BD droid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from... It's basically like the same model that Cal has in Jedi Fallen Order. And that was spoiled for me. Because a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, they're referencing... Fallen Order, and they're like, oh my gosh, maybe they're gonna do a live-action movie, and I'm like, that would be cool and all, but don't get your hopes up, please.
We just talked about a Jordan reference in the next episode.
A Jordan reference? What the hell was a Jordan reference?
He just falls asleep.
It's when someone falls asleep.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So, as soon as he gets back from his little escape flight in space, he is confronted by Fennec, and
he comes back, and what's her name, Pelly Moto's like, someone just came by here asking for you. He was like, what was her name? What was her name? And you just hear Fennec say, Fennec Shand, and she's just standing on top of the hangar.
Yeah.
Just standing there, and she just kind of hops down on some boxes. It's like, what's up?
I was like, that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then, she straight up recruits him and is like, hey, Boba's he needs some muscle for a job. And he's like, all right, it's on the house. And I'm like, wow. I would have taken that money.
I mean, yeah.
Because he's daimyo now. It was a substantial amount of money because you guys did a couple jobs together. You guys trust each other, basically.
Yeah.
So at that point, you do. After everything they've been through. So I would have taken the money and used it to buy like another Razor Crest because it seemed like he's still stuck on like the whole Razor Crest thing.
I feel like he's kind of accepted the new one, but I feel like he would kind of like another Razor Crest.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Tristan pointed out that there's no room to
there's like
around.
Yeah, there's no, because he used
no living quarters.
Yeah, he used that. He had living quarters in there. He had the carbonite thing in there.
Yeah, that
Remember he froze
cool.
the guy in the first episode. He had the carbonite thing.
Right,
and he had storage and all that, but he doesn't have that with this starfighter. It's just room for him. That's it.
Right. And I think where the astromech droid would have gone, I think he made it special for in case Grogu were with him. So but yeah.
Yeah, but he was like, he told Fennec basically, I'll do it on the house, but first, I need to go do something. He's like, I need to go visit a little friend.
Right, and they kind of reference.
And that's where the episode cuts.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely going to see see Grogu.
I had talked about this with Tristan right before we even started watching, or right before we even officially recording. Do we even know where the temple is? Is it in the same location as the old temple? Do we...
No.
I don't think we really know.
A lot of things could happen. It's literally 30 years before the events of The Force Awakens.
Right, yeah, so...
And before Kylo Ren just burns everything to the ground.
Yeah, the First Order hasn't made an appearance.
A lot could really happen.
Yeah, so it's not... I think the First Order was a thing, and then Kylo Ren decided to go ape shit and destroy the temple. So I think by the time he had destroyed the temple and killed all the other younglings, Anakin style, I think the First Order was already a thing.
I feel like the First Order, even though they try to give it a new name, is just the remnants of the Empire.
You
got
a lot of new people getting on board and saying, yeah, the Empire was right. But I feel like it was started by the old.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's go form this new band. What is our genre? The same shit, just rock and roll.
New name, yeah.
New name,
New
same
name.
band.
You have the same bass guitarist, but everyone else is new.
Right.
So it's technically the same, but not really.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
so I feel like in a way we already see the First Order, kind of. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of when they start picking up
If anything, it
to rise
was.
to power.
If anything, it was in Mando season 2 where
Yeah, that.
him and what's his face?
I don't know his name. I know him as Bill Burr.
Yeah, him and Bill. That's what I was hoping to say. Him and Bill Burr go to. But yeah, I referenced that in the last episode. I don't know, or in the in the last podcast.
Mayfield, yeah.
Mayfield,
That's
yeah.
what his name was.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
it's still
feel
Bill
like
Burr.
that, if anything, that would have been the remnants, you know?
Oh
Or the
yeah,
start
on
of it, like a small mining
the-
facility, kind of.
yeah, that mining facility.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the planet.
Yeah, neither do I. It was something dumb. But anyways, did anyone have a favorite part in this whole episode?
I said definitely when he was like first testing out the ship.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pretty solid.
Tristan?
Yeah.
Chris?
Probably. I like the scene of him just hitting the sublight thrusters and running away from those X-wings. That was just I like that scene.
Mm-hmm. Tristan, did you figure it out yet?
No.
Do you want me to
Jesus.
skip you?
Tristan did not
Yeah.
like this episode.
No, I did. I really did like this episode. I'm just
No. It's fine, Tristan. You can admit it. Just say it.
No, we've had some
I liked
couple episodes
this
that we didn't
episode.
like. So
Yeah, come
You know
on.
what?
You can.
You know what? I like.
This is an
the part
open.
where he- where
This is an
he-
open place for
actually-
conversation.
Actually, I have a good one. Okay.
you gonna tell us?
I liked in the beginning when he came out and told the workers like, "Hey, I just killed your boss. Here's his head.
Here's the
There's
set.
money in there. There's money in there, and you could just take that." And I was thinking in the perspective of the workers, like, as a former Amazon employee.
Oh my gosh!
It'd be solid if that happened, but
All right, Vic.
All right, Vic. Mine
But
probably.
yeah, that would be my favorite part.
Nice.
Go on, Jordan.
Sorry. Mine would probably be the fight scene between him and Paz Vizsla. Be pretty solid.
Yeah, that was
that
pretty
was
cool.
solid. I was thinking about saying that, but
That's I just thought of it too. Paz using the I forget the name of it, but the little wrist shield.
Yeah, that's from Battlefront too. Did you? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's what I
and
told Tristan as well.
it was a Mandalorian thing. It's been used before by different Mandalorians. Just never. I don't think I've ever seen it live action.
No.
Only in animation.
I instantly thought back to Battlefront 2 when we're just.
I think it was more of like you saw it a lot in like during the
Season
invasion
7?
of Mandalore season 7. Yeah, you
Yeah,
saw
you're
a lot of
right.
them using it.
Yeah, it's a small ass shield, but I guess if you know how to
The
use
one
it.
the one in Battlefront's a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It is it is controlled off the wrist though. Yeah.
Yeah. But another thing about that whole fight scene, like, it's crazy to think that, really they were like, there's only 3 of us now. Granted, that's what the armorer said, even though that Bo-Katan is still out there and her 2 or 3 or however many were in her group.
Yeah, but like,
and then
does
Paz,
Bo-Katan really deserve to get the Dark Saber ever again?
right. No, but it's crazy during that whole fight scene between Mando and Paz that Paz is just like trying to actively kill Mando with the Dark Saber, and then he's like, "Okay, are you an idiot? Are you?" So it originally, went to Maul because Maul killed
Maul had it.
Yep.
Pre-Vizsla, right? So then from Maul, back
Maul
to...
had it way into. Maul had it way into like Rebels, basically.
Right. So then after after that, even in Rebels he had it.
Do you want me to just tell you real quick, Jordan?
Well, real quick, let me tell you my thought process. I wanted to know, from Maul, how did it get to Sabine, and then from Sabine to Moff Gideon. That's what I
Well,
want to know.
obviously Moff Gideon
So-
are in battle.
Okay.
Was
No,
Moff
no, no,
Gideon
no, no.
even in Rebels?
No.
Oh, but I feel like it was
Okay.
on screen.
No. Okay. Here's
Let
what
Chris talk. Let Chris talk.
Yeah, let me just say it. Okay, so Jordan, what happened was Maul had it, well into like when he appeared in Rebels,
Uh-huh.
and there was an episode where they went back to Dathomir, and he had it there.
Okay.
During a bunch of fighting and confusion, Sabine just grabbed it
Oh wow.
and took it, not even like thinking. I guess she didn't really know what it was even. She just grabbed it, took it, and then she ended up having it for a while, and she was taught how to use it and stuff like that. And then after one arc, she ended up just giving it to Bo-Katan. Like, just was like, hey, I don't want to try and unite all the houses and everything. Just gave it to Bo-Katan.
So
Because she did, but from Bo-Katan to Moff Gideon, I don't know.
Huh. I hope we see Moff Gideon in season 3.
He's in New
I feel
Republic
like we
prison.
will.
Hey, what?
He's in New Republic prison, isn't he?
Yeah, but like
You should be, yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing granted, I have no idea how the New Republic is with Mandalorians, but I wouldn't mind, Mando going to talk to Moff Gideon and being like, "Hey, where the frick did you get this?" I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would greatly appreciate that for some context, but But
Of course, I don't know. Also, I don't think it was ever really resolved in that final episode, but didn't Bo-Katan wanted Moff Gideon to answer for what he did to Mandalore? The whole bombing thing.
Oh, was that him that put the word out to do the bombing?
I'm fairly certain, yeah.
Okay. Or was it the Emperor?
No, I think it was Moff Gideon that did that.
I mean, obviously, it probably was like orders from high up, but
Imagine
Yeah.
the whole race getting ended by a dude named Gideon.
well,
Wow.
Gideon.
Yeah.
Who
honestly.
actually owns a chicken restaurant.
Alright.
Alright.
Got the Star Wars podcast.
Man with the Breaking Bad podcast.
I just got that one, yeah.
Did we make that a
Say
thing?
that. I was just about to say that. All right, we should end this episode. Does anyone else have anything that they want to add in here? All right, thanks for being with us on this 5th episode of the Book of Boba Fett. I believe we only have one more episode. I don't know.
No, it's like 12 episodes, I
Oh, is
think.
it really? Or
No,
is
it's
it even
7.
8? Is it 8 or
I
7?
think it's 7.
Nice.
Yeah, I looked it
7?
up earlier.
Oh, damn.
According to my
Why
sources.
can't they make it an even number? That really upsets me. We stream from time to time. You can find me at twitch.tv/hotpocket61. You can find Tristan on the channel streaming.
I also stream on at Apollo Your King on Twitch. Time to time.
from time to time. Chris, Courage, anything you want to put
Nope.
in here? Nope.
Subreddit.
The subreddit. Yes.
Subreddit.
The subreddit.
r/ChaoticCorp.
r/ChaoticCorp. Go
We also
there.
have a Twitter at ChaoticCorp127.
We also have a Facebook at facebook.com/chaotic.
People still use Facebook?
People still use Facebook. I have a good many.
Facebook.
I have a
Or
good,
like at least relevant people and not like
I have a good many of our
40 plus.
episodes on there. I have to upload the rest of them, but it's just something that I thought I would do. But anyways, thanks for being on this episode. We'll see you later.